Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the season finale of The Mentalist. Now this is a show that I don't normally review, but this is a show that I used to watch. Like, I'd say the first 3 seasons I watched, and then it's just a show that I kind of just stopped watching. I don't know, I just kind of lost interest. Lately I've been wanting to kind of check in on the show and see where it was at. So last night I did that for the season finale, and so here are my thoughts. Where to begin, you guys? I think one of my hugest pet peeves about the show is the whole Red John storyline. I get it, and I get that it's really kind of what drives Patrick, you know, who is obviously the main character of the show. But at the same end, it's like, this is what, like season 5 now? And we're still haven't figured out who Red John is? And so I just feel like they have dragged this storyline out way, way, way too long. The other thing that I thought was really interesting was that when I started watching the show last night, it felt like I had never stopped. Like I was easily able to just kind of jump back into it. And I know that a lot of like network TV shows really like that. Like they want you to be able to do that. But for me, as a TV viewer, I really like shows that have like really rich and deep lore and background, and shows that if you started watching, you know, season 5, episode 22, you'd be like, what the heck is going on? I don't understand. Basically, by the end of this episode, Jane has a list of 7 names, and one of those people is Red John. My problem with that is that you get that the whole next season is going to be all about, again, Jane figuring out who Red John is. And like I said, I'm just kind of over it. I feel like I've been all negative, and I don't mean to do that, because I actually really liked The Mentalist when I first started watching it. I really, really did. I will say one thing that did intrigue me about this episode was the case that they were involved in this week had to do with Red John, right? And with Red John trying to get back at Patrick, it turned out that the girl that was dead was somehow connected to Jane's kind of carny past. The kind of creepy and interesting part about it was this girl was connected to Jane, like in a good way. Like he had this really kind of interesting, happy memory from his childhood that this girl was connected to, but it was something that he had never said to anyone. And in the end, Red John tells Jane, like, I'm gonna kill a good memory of yours. I'm gonna kill one of your kind of favorite memories. So it was kind of spooky because you're like, how did he know that? Like, it's something you've never told anyone. How would he possibly even know that? And he knows that Jane has a list of 7 names. So he knows that Jane is really close to figuring out who he is. So, you know, that was interesting, and it will be exciting when he finally does catch Red John. I think this show was kind of created with that at the center of it, you know, that this chase for Red John and kind of what that has done to Jane, obviously, because Red John killed his family, has been a huge theme throughout this entire series. I'm just ready to kind of see what comes after that for Jane, you know? What happens when Jane is done with vengeance? What happens when he finally kills the man who killed his family, or catches the man who killed his family? What happens to him then, you know? I would be interested to find out, so there you go. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Bye!